What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, hey, hey, what's up, what's up? It's Transformation Tuesday. Well, what's up, what's up? This is the evening edition of Transformation Tuesday. The point of this is to go into more explanation about what our focus is for today. So on Transformation Tuesday this morning, we talked about who are you and what is your flaw. So I guess some of you are wondering, why is the flaw so important? Well, the reason why it's so important, I'll tell you why. It's because when you don't know what your flaws are, you don't know how it impacts you getting to your goal, to your New Year's resolutions. For instance, I said, as I mentioned last week, that my flaw is procrastination. So I'm going to share with you a little insight about me. Procrastination has caused me to lose things. For instance, I lost a house. It has also made me get my student loans garnished from my check because I procrastinated. I was, as my mother would say, a day late and a dollar short with getting things done. So at the end result, I lost some things. So I know that it interferes with you meeting your goals when you have this, whatever it is that stops you or deters you from getting to where you want to be. So realistically, all of us have flaws. All of us have flaws, and all of us have things that interfere with us getting to our purpose. But the key to it is working those flaws out. How do you address those flaws? So today, I really wanted to talk to you about addressing those flaws. So you can have as many flaws as you want to, but you can have control of them so that they won't interfere with you getting to your greatest, best person that you want to be. So again, I'm going to use procrastination. So I know I'm a procrastinator. So what does that mean? I have to schedule things in advance so that I can get it done early, or I have to go and stop and do something right now so that it can be done. Because if not, I already know that I have the possibility of losing something or something being taken away from me. So people fail and they are not successful at meeting their goals because they, one, have not identified who they are, and two, they haven't identified how to resolve that flaw that keeps causing them hiccups. So I want to be honest with you. Some people go places, they might switch jobs and do different things like, I can't stand that job, or I can't stand that teacher for school. But one of the things they don't realize is a part of it is you. You may be some of the reasons why you're struggling. So my favorite saying is, wherever you go, there you are. So you keep having these problems. You keep struggling with this same old thing because you won't resolve that flaw, or you can't resolve this flaw. I know that sometimes you can't do it on your own. I have no problem with understanding that. But how are you reaching out to get help so that this won't keep tripping you up? Aren't you sick of falling? I know that I am. I'm not trying to be judgmental. As always, I say, I'm sick of falling. I'm sick of losing things. I'm sick of things getting taken away from me because I won't address my procrastination. Why? Because I keep addressing my procrastination off. That was funny to me. I procrastinate on working on my procrastination. So this week, I really want you to focus on working on that flaw, because no matter how many New Year's resolutions you set, no matter how many goals you set, you are going to keep tripping over that same stumbling block. So I'm going to use weight loss. Again, as I mentioned last week, weight loss is sometimes people's New Year's resolutions. So people are like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight this time. I set a goal. I'm going to lose weight. But the thing is, you don't realize that maybe you're an emotional eater. You know, like you want to run and get into that freezer at night. Matter of fact, I left my ice cream on the counter. Got to get to that. So you might want to run to the freezer at night and go in there and get you some ice cream at 11 o'clock at night. Now you know you're not supposed to get that ice cream, but yet and still you go and get that ice cream in the middle of the night. But yet your New Year's resolution is to lose weight. Well, it's because you've just put this ridiculous goal out there that you're going to have difficulty meeting because you don't have the skills to be able to lose the weight, or the skill to be able to resist going to get that ice cream. So I say start off with something small, or incorporate that ice cream in your life. Don't eat the gallon. Like, for real, listen, people eating a gallon of ice cream. You cannot eat the gallon of ice cream and lose weight. But you can still have the ice cream. It's called portion control. You have a certain amount of portion. And yes, I'm working on losing some weight myself, but I love to eat and go get seconds. So I know that I cannot I cannot go get seconds because I'm going to not lose weight. I'm going to struggle. So that's the thing with New Year's resolutions. You have to identify those barriers, those things that are going to block you from getting to your goal. Additionally, you have to realize, is your goal ridiculous right now in your life? I don't mind you making ridiculously outrageous goals because that's how people become billionaires, is they have these ridiculous, crazy goals. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying you have to chunk it. Chunk it. Do one piece at a time. Do one chunk at a time. So you've identified what your flaw is. Now you got to be able to identify how to combat it. So for me, to combat procrastination, I have to be able to set time frames on myself. Do it now. Do it early so that you won't procrastinate. Additionally, I have to address, why am I so anxious about doing whatever I'm doing? Or why am I so frustrated with doing what I'm doing? And how can I make that better? So there might be a few steps you need to take. Take a step back so that you can figure out what is making you stumble. What's causing you to stumble? And then another thing, some people have blinders on. So they're like this and they can't see what's making them stumble. So you might want to ask somebody. But when you ask somebody, don't have an attitude. Hello, you just asked me for advice. Why are you getting an attitude with me when I tell you what the truth is? So go ask somebody that you trust who may be able to tell you, hey, you know, you got an attitude problem. That's why you can't keep a job. Or you got an attitude problem. That's why you can't keep a man. Go talk to somebody you can trust so that you can get good feedback so you can start working on those flaws. You have to work on those flaws to get to your greatness. I know that we all have flaws, and I know that we all can work on them. You have to be willing to. If you're not willing to, then you're going to continue to struggle. Just don't set a New Year's resolution. Just continue to live life as you do with no resolutions, with no goal sets if you are seriously not going to change. So I want you to change. I know you can change. You have to identify your flaws, which we did last week, and this week we're going to identify how to combat those flaws. What is the exact opposite of that? So that you can step into your greatness. I hope you like this evening little feedback that I'm giving you to work harder on your goals so that you can transform into your greatness by building your confidence to do so. I know you can make that change in your life. You can do a New Year's resolution or you can just make a life change. It's totally, totally up to you. So as we work on combating that flaw, doing the polar opposite of what that is, we will begin to work and get to our greatness. You know, I love you so much. Happy Transformation Tuesday. Smooches, mwah, and I'm out.